institution play the major role for innovation, research and sustainability. Of course, these three dimensions and these three pillars are really essential for the higher education institutions in Nepal. Not only the Nepalese perspective, if you see some of the evidences from the international community or international universities, they are substantially contributing for these issues in order to bring the newness in society, in order to generate the knowledge for the social and economic upliftment as well as for the sustainable growth. And look, these are the real challenges that not only the Nepalese society, at the same time we have been experiencing all these issues relating to the population, desertification, poverty, climate change, corruption, human rights, food security, labor, and these are the lots of the issues that the society, even Nepalese society, has been confronting from the last decades. And let's revisit ourselves how to tackle all these issues, how higher education institutions, how universities, how different academia will resolve these issues for the betterment of the societies. This is the great questions, and therefore always we expect the research, because unfortunately I do not say the politicians in the inauguration session, but because they should stay even in the need this type of the keynote speaking time, because this is our unfortunate that sometimes we are unable to disseminate or to communicate to these things, and even the Nepalese politician and the policymaker, sometimes they do not want to listen to the academia. That's the real problem of the industry or academia and the politician and the policymaker. Even we do not have the good relations, but until and unless if you cannot able to impart or to communicate this sort of things to the politician or policymaker, then we cannot expect the innovative society. We cannot expect the evidence-based policies of the government. And therefore my humble request, if somebody able to communicate them, my humble request, at least try to listen this type of the dialogue, because our discussion will be more evidence-based discussions. Our discussion will be more preferred and could be useful for the Nepalese society. And even if you see, since we are talking, even Nepalese government also has started or talking about the sustainability issues. Of course, there should be the balancing claim of the present against the claim of the futures, and there are lots of the issues, especially the 17 sustainable goals. And out of SDG, if you see, the 15 goals are more related with the academia. Of course, can contribute in generating the knowledge. We academicians and universities, higher education provider, they generate, they develop, they produce the knowledge with the collaboration of the private sectors, public sector and the government sectors. Then only we can fulfill the different domains and dimensions of the sustainable issues. And the major thoughts of this international conference is also how to connect these three important approaches for the sustainable development of society. And therefore, we have to always focus, if you see some of the domains of how these higher education institutions may contribute for innovation, research and sustainability. Just I told you that out of 17 sustainable goals, even Nepal government also has started and tried to achieve by 2030. Of course, we have lots of the problem and the challenges and major focus with the innovation and research. Since our university also, we need to improve lots of the research activities and research issues even in our teaching learning process. And these out of 17 goals, these 15 goals are more connected. Even these are the contemporary issues adopted by, even if you see some of the developed countries, the environmental, social and governance. Therefore, my request, and even the Tribhuvan University, one of the largest university, covering more than 84%, is from the last 10 years, we are trying to confine all these issues through our curriculum, through our pedagogy, and through our other activities. And therefore, we have given more importance all these 15 related issues with the sustainable goals areas to connect, how to bring innovation in society, how to connect these things with the research activities, and so then only we expect that may create some kind of sustainability in the society. So, because we are gathered here, most of the higher education institutions, or we are more academician, and I have seen some of the practitioners also are here. And why? Because if you see HEI in Nepal, of course the key player, even if you see even in the international arena or some of the our other countries also, they are giving more focus to the educations. And of course, this is the one of the key player in localizing the sustainable developments by generating the knowledge. Generating knowledge is a very important thing. If you see from the last 20 years, top 10 companies, their investment, their huge investment in research and development than the manufacturing cost. Meaning that how do the different companies or countries, they are focusing to the research. But sometimes I ask the Nepalese politicians, bureaucrats and the policy maker, what is your budget in research? Simply they laugh at us. Because therefore we need to bring some kind of the research culture if you really expect for the innovation as well as the sustainability. We need to produce that valuable research, and then only we can generate the future leader and engaging the applied research. Of course, from the last 10 or 15 years, there are tremendous research activities done by the Nepalese universities. But my concern and my questions to the academia also. So let's start our research journey or research activities through the applied and action research. Because I have seen most of the academia, their publication is in Q1, Q2 journal. But sometimes I ask myself, what is the implication of that findings in the society? What is the impact of that real finding in the society? And therefore, because our society, our even academia should have to think, how can we use this applied research or action research? Then if you really bring some of the innovation and some of the sustainable issues that Nepal government also has started. And of course, there are lots of the issues that we may find in the integrating the higher education institution in the actionable local policies. But still, if you see why brings knowledge and practice, yes, of course, we are blamed, even especially the Nepalese university is blamed. We are more focused on the content. And then we are trying to design from the last 10 years, if you see, and most of our curriculum, our pedagogical issues have been substantially changes to cater the needs of the society. I don't think so that our students are less capable, but still we have to work on this with the collaborative approach with the policymaker, with the practitioner and the academicians. And the Tribhuvan University has started in the name of the LMDP programs, labor market driven programs, because from this year we are trying to complete the 100 curriculums, 100 curriculums to directly connect with the innovation and sustainability through LMD approach, labor market driven program approach. And therefore, so that gives only the practical solution. So of course the university should know some of the theories also.